what's up everybody? Viking here today, and this is my first deck profile, my first video for Force of Will. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm still relatively new to the game, so if it goes by a little slow or I ramble on a lot, don't give me too much crap about it. But I love this game. It's really fun. It's really fair. It's very challenging as well. It's a lot more strategic than the other card games. And it's a lot more balanced. Like you could pick up a structure deck and win a tournament if you really wanted to. If you understood it well enough and you played well enough, I'm pretty sure you could win a tournament with a structure deck. That's how it is really that balanced. Like every deck is good, but it comes down to your strategy and the player. The video I'm going to be showing you guys is my Dark Alice deck for May of 2016. That way you guys have relative notice of what the format is. This is a deck that I enjoy a lot. I love the Shadow Tribe. That's what I'm running, and it's really fun. I really like just how everything links together and does a bunch of random stuff. And this is also the game that I'm playing instead of Yu-Gi-Oh! So you guys probably won't be seeing Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos from me anymore, because I'm just kind of done with Konami. After that last ban list, I was just done. But this is Force of Will, so we're going to stop talking about that. So to start off, Dark Alice, of course, is my ruler, like I mentioned before. I'm pretty sure a lot of you know what she does, but for those new watchers out there, her judgment is free, but you have to remove 3 or more cards from the game using her ability, which you pay 1 darkness to remove something in your opponent's graveyard from play. And then when she flips, she's a 9/9 with target attack, and when she enters the field, you declare a number and destroy all resonators with that chosen number, or their cost is equal to that chosen number. And then her God's Art, you pay 2 darkness. Your opponent gets a permanent -2/-2 to their field. So for the rest of the game, everything that they have and they gets a -2/-2. And then you get to put a Schrodinger from your deck into play. And what he does is he gives her 500/500 if there's 5 or more cards removed from your opponent's grave or from your opponent's stuff. And then if there's 10 or more, it gives her swiftness and target attack, which already has target attack, so it's not important. You can also rest this to produce any will, and then you can banish it to give her imperishable, which is very cool. And in this deck is probably one of your favorite things to do. So Dark Alice, very strong card. Moving on to the stones, it is mono black. So other than my 4 Shadows Memoria, which because I'm running Shadow Tribe to run this, everything else is just darkness stones. So what this does is when a shadow enters your field, you target a resonator your opponent controls, and it loses 100 attack. And it does stack, so I mean you can essentially get up to -400 per resonator that you summon that turn. And then we have, for resonators, 4 Jeanne d'Arc. She's a 1-drop, 3/3. When something goes from your opponent's field to the grave, she rests another resonator they control. So very strong card. Combos very well. Then I'm running 3 Executioner. I want to take this out for something else. But I need something that's responsive, and Executioner is a really responsive card. It acts kind of like in a standby or an instant or whatever. So I mean, I can do it in response to something on my opponent's turn, and I'll have to worry about it. It destroys resonators. It's a good card. I just wish I could find something else. I was thinking going blue-black and running Space-Time Anomalies instead of these. But at the same time, if I do that, I'm losing some of my resonators. So I don't know exactly what I want to do. I could also run like Dark Alice's Familiar, or the White Mask Dark Alice card that you banish it to give them 200 or -2/-2. I could run those if I really wanted to, but I felt like this was a little bit stronger than those. But if you guys have any suggestions as to something that's responsive that I could run, let me know. Then I have 4 Dark Faria. She's really good, and as far as your shadows go, she's one of your best ones. She's 2-drop with an Awakening of 2, and when she enters field, she destroys something. She gives all your other shadows +200/+200, and she has lifelink, so when she does damage, you gain that much as life. So really good card. And then I'm running 4 Nightshade, which you probably don't need to run 4. I'm thinking about dropping this down to 3. But what this does is when it leaves your field and goes to graveyard, your opponent has to banish a resonator. You do too if you have a non-shadow, so if you do have your Executioners or whatever, then you have to banish that, but a lot of times you're not too worried about it. But this just makes it kind of hard because your opponent can't kill spell, or they have to get rid of one of their things. Your opponent doesn't want to block because then they have to get rid of one of their things. So it's just kind of one of those difficult decisions. Then I'm running 2 Dark Rizard, which he's also stealth, so you set him. And then if you control 3 or more Shadow Resonators, you can summon him. And when he enters field that way, you banish a Resonator, and then your opponent banishes one and discards a card. So it's really cool. And then if you combo with your Nightshade, it's really, really cool. Because your opponent has to get rid of 3 cards, and you get rid of 1 essentially, but then it becomes an 8/8 beater. So that's just really cool. It's one of those cool combos that I was talking about earlier. I really like it. It's really fun, and your opponent really doesn't see it coming usually. So there's that. And then I'm running 3 Elizabeth, the Shadow Princess of Blood. What she does is she's a 2/9, she's a 3-drop, and when a Resonator goes from your opponent's field to the grave, she recovers herself and gains plus 400 attack. So you can attack. If they block it or whatever, cool. It's probably not going to kill her because she has 900 defense. And then you kill spell something, you get to untap her. If you combo her with Jeanne d'Arc, you can essentially do exactly what I said, and then Jeanne d'Arc will tap something, and then she can attack what you tapped, and then she recovers because she killed it, and then she gains 400 more attack, and then you just keep doing that. You field wipe, or you just attack for a ton of damage if you give her like plus 800 that turn or something. So she's a really cool card. Combos really well with the rest of the deck. So there's those. For like my spells and my instants and stuff, Force Scorn, this gives you access to your opponent's hand. It lets you get rid of their combo pieces and their problematic resonators. So very good card. Probably don't need 3 or 4, but it's okay. Then I'm running 3 Unseen Pressure and 2 Black Ribbon. These combo really well together, but they're also just really good for early game. They kill stuff off. So there's those. And then I have 3 Space-Time Collapses. The reason I'm running these is because they destroy Regalia and Resonators, but I like to side them out if my opponent's running like a deck that protects their stuff from destruction or from targeting. And then I'm running 1 Recollection of Dystopia, which I side these in if I side these out. Because this doesn't target and it doesn't destroy. It makes your opponent banish something, which isn't considered destroying, and it doesn't target. So this is a really cool card. They're both 2-drops. But what this does is, so your opponent has Banish Resonator, and then if your J ruler is Dark Alice, her God's Art is basically free for that turn. So, pretty interesting card. That's it for those. For my Regalia, I'm running 2 Schrodinger. You need at least 2, because you want 1 in deck for Dark Alice's God's Art. But other than that, I already explained what he does, so pretty cool card. 3 Artemis Bow. This is a fairly responsive card. It helps you defend against attackers. And it also destroys like addition resonators, which sometimes can be problematic. But I feel like 3 is all you really need in this deck. I'm running 2 Levations. This is like a pseudo Schrodinger, because it gives your Dark Owl swiftness, and then you can banish this to give her imperishable, which is like mainly what you want is imperishable. But the swiftness is also nice if you can't get into a Schrodinger that turn. So a really good card. Being able to just turn her back into Alice and then flipping her to destroy your opponent's stuff again is devastating. So that's it for my Dark Alice deck, you guys. Let me know what you think. This is a very fun deck. Like I said, I enjoyed playing it quite a lot. And if it comes out with more support later, I'm going to be excited. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you have any comments, suggestions, anything, let me know. I would love to see what you guys think about it. It's just a fun deck, and I am really enjoying this game. And my next video, I'm going to explain why and why I think it's a better game and a better overall company than the other 2 card games out there. Well, I guess there's more than 2, but the 2 big ones, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic. So, yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. I'll talk to you later.